Welcome to Kitchen Magic with Brandy. So today we are making a cheeseburger meatloaf. So for that you're going to need hamburger meat. We're doing about 2 pounds of hamburger meat here. You are going to need diced onions. I like to get the pre-bagged, already diced for me, makes my life easier. I'm going to put probably about 1/4 of a cup of onions in there. We are going to use ketchup. Probably going to put, I would say, a cup of ketchup on the inside. We're going to do breadcrumbs. Probably about a cup of breadcrumbs on the inside. But then we are also going to cube up little pieces of cheddar cheese as well as pieces of American cheese and bacon crumble into our meatloaf. And then we're going to wrap the whole thing in bacon. So that's how it's going to be a bacon cheeseburger meatloaf. So, okay, so we need to add 1 egg. Forgot to take it out. There we go. This is my Mamo's raw garlic sauce. We are going to do, I would say, probably about a teaspoon of that in there. We're going to do, I would say, a cup of our bacon crumbles. And then we want to cube up our cheddar cheese. So we have little cubes in there. And depending on how much cheese your family likes, depends on how much cheese to put in there. My family likes quite a bit of cheese, so we're probably going to put quite a bit of cheese in there. All right, and then we're also going to take our American cheese, just your regular Kraft American cheese slices. I'm actually going to fold them up into a block, kind of squish them together a little bit. A little bit bigger chunks that will go in there. Because we want to have those chunks so that they melt. If I would have had a block of Velveeta, I'd have used Velveeta for this. But I am all out. I get it at HEB. It's made by Fiesta. And that is what we are going to use to season. Okay, that's going to take forever. Take that off. I would say good tablespoon. All right, and now we're just going to go in and we are going to use our hands and we're going to smush this all together and make it our meatloaf. So, all right, here we go. Okay, so we've got this all mixed in. Take it. We'll put it on a broiler because I want to make sure that the grease drips down, especially since we have bacon in the mix and we're fixing to wrap it in bacon. So we want to make sure that we don't get completely disgusting. Well, I'm going to put the bacon across the top. I'm not going to wrap the bottom. I think that would be too much. already had that one cut. We'll go ahead and throw you over the edge. There we go. We've got our bacon nicely wrapped. We've got our cheese inside of there. Our additional bacon inside of there. We're going to put this in the oven on 350 degrees for probably about 45 minutes for this size. And I will let you know how it looks when it's all said and done. Okay guys, so we still have about 15 minutes left on our meatloaf in the oven, so it is time to do sides. Now, my husband is absolutely the king of making mashed potatoes. He makes the best mashed potatoes in the world. So I have asked him if he wouldn't mind coming and sharing with y'all how he makes his amazing mashed potatoes. Now, he's already peeled these potatoes and washed them, so we're starting from there. I'd like to introduce you to my husband, John.
Hey everybody, I'm John. How's it going? Love my knife, by the way. This was a Amazon find. Saw somebody using it on TikTok. Had to have it. My wife got it for me. Love this thing. It's really sharp, by the way. Love it. So what you do is you take your potatoes and you just rough cut them. Nothing big. It's just mashed potatoes. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just cut them down so they cook a little bit faster. Get our water ready before it starts boiling. We're going to want to put some seasonal in here. Just super salty like the ocean. Tons of salt in there. And this is all the salt I'm going to add to these potatoes. They're going to soak that up. Now we're going to add the potatoes to the water before it starts to boil and let everything come up to temperature. As it starts to boil, we're going to let them boil until they're tender, and we'll come back when they are. Okay, you can see the water's pretty close to the top of that pan, right? That pot's got that water pretty close to the top. Well, I don't really worry about that because I learned an old trick. You take a wooden spoon and you run it across the top just like that. That water won't boil over.
Take our meatloaf. Looking pretty good. You want it to be at 170. We're going to quite be there yet. But I do want to go ahead and flip this to broil because I really want to crisp up that bacon.
Alright, so we got to check these, see if they're tender. They're fork tender, so it looks like we're there. So I have drained the potatoes. You don't want to drain all of the water out of the potatoes. You want to leave some in there so that you leave some moisture. But at the same time, you're going to put them back on the burner that you had them on. And I've got my little potato ricer here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mash them just a little bit. Oh, making a mess. Just going to mash them a little bit just to get a little bit of mash to them. And then I'm going to add a stick of butter. And I just mix it all in there, smash it in with the potatoes, mix it up. Pause it.
Guys, that is what we are looking for. Look how pretty that is.
All right, so we got the butter all mixed in. So to get a little bit of creaminess, we're going to just add some milk. That right there should be enough.
All right. Let's see what we've got, y'all.
Moment of truth. Oh.
Look at all that cheesy goodness.